Welcome to another episode of GregTech New Horizons. As you guys see here in the background, I have expanded a little bit, added a few more chests and stuff like that, so I have been playing in between episodes here. I can show you a little bit of what I have done. I've been doing some sorting on my stuff here. I've been gathering a little bit more clay, sand and gravel. Also, as you can see here and here, I've opened most of my quest rewards. So I have been collecting all the rewards from all the chapters here I've finished. But the goal of today's episode is actually to go ahead and gather a lot of resources and also create the Tinkers Smeltery. So let's go ahead and do that today. So this is how it looks currently. Next goal is to get the coke oven, which I was planning on doing right now today, and fix the pizza gloves so we can go ahead and get a Tinker Smeltery, which is this quest right here. Can also steal the smeltery from the village, but we haven't found one of those yet, so I'll see what I'll do. I have also changed a bit up here, added another part for farmland. I planted cotton and soybeans mostly. Also, as you can see in the footage here, dragged a bunch of cows with the wheat from over there somewhere, all the way here, so we can get some leather, which is really important. So yeah, I think that's mostly what I've done. Planted some more gardens. And just been collecting a bit more material, as I said, which we'll need today for the coke ovens. All this sand and all this clay is needed for the coke oven bricks. So we need 108 of these for each coke oven. So we'll see how much we'll get. At least 2 or 3, I would say, coke ovens. Let's make some more furnaces so we can smelt a bit faster. Seems like I can also automate the coke ovens later when we get some bronze to get the coke oven hatches, so that would be nice. I don't know if you can wall share these or not. We'll have to see about that, I think. And also, while I remember, I have disabled pollution, as I said in the previous episode, in the configs. And I also enabled claiming chunks. I'm now able to claim and chunk load chunks around my base, which is pretty nice. If I just run away and look for stuff, these will grow, and yeah, later machines will run even though I'm not here, so that's pretty nice, I would say. So while I was waiting for the coke oven bricks to smelt, I decided to fix up an area here to make place for the coke ovens, and also I was planning on building the base in here so we can just walk out to the coke ovens. Alright, so now that the coke oven bricks are smelted and ready, I also prepared some wood to put in the new coke ovens. So let's craft those up. I hope we can get 4 out of these, since I gathered more material, as you saw in the footage. So yeah, let's craft them. Getting charcoal. And I made now so that we don't have to wall share, but if we can wall share, yeah, we probably have enough materials for more than just 4. Does actually seem to work by watching them, which is pretty nice. So let's do that and see how many we can afford. Seems like we could actually squeeze out 2 more, as you saw, which is nice. Now we have 6 of them. I think that will be enough for now. I'm gonna make this look pretty. Add some like support for them, since I know that if the greaser oil fills up, you can just I think remove the middle bottom block here, which like empties it out or voids it. That's why I keep it like 1 block up. As you understand now, the next step is a lot of mining for copper, tin and iron, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just show you a time lapse of me mining a whole lot and also expanding this room. So the way ore chunks work in this pack, I think, is that every 3 chunks, so this is an ore chunk as you can see in the top left corner. So if we move along to the 3rd chunk here, we should see another ore chunk pop up, and they contain usually 3 or 4 different ores. So here's an ore chunk. So if we dig down here, we should find what type of ore chunk it is. So basically, there's a huge chunk of just these 3 or 4 different ores in each chunk, which makes it a lot easier to mine. So, and if you left click, you can see down in the chat, we found a magnetite and gold vein. So this map is a little bit off, it seems like, but yeah. So every 3rd chunk should give us a possibility for the like, copper or iron. This is iron magnetite, but we want to find, or actually we could mine this out a bit. Just have to change the pickaxe head on my pickaxe. Well, that wasn't good. At least my stuff should be available, since I managed to get a cobblestone on top of the lava. Right, we got our stuff back at least, and that's the first death of the series. I guess we we shouldn't be... Oh, ouch. I think the journey map is, from what I saw, can be bugged around spawn, so maybe we should go a little bit further away and try to find ore veins over there. I mean, I guess we can try here, even though I might think there's some issues with the ore chunks. Seems like there's some issues with like where they're placed on journey map. So as you can see, for this one we have zeolite, kaolinite, glauconite sand, and fuller's earth. What we want is something along the lines of copper and iron, so we'll skip this for now. So this is gold and iron and vanadium, which is pretty nice. So let's dig some of this. Since we switched out the iron pickaxe head for iron, now is the like repair material for it is iron, so that's why I'm getting magnetite, which smelts to iron. Okay. Ninja skeleton, really? Hope the ninja skeleton is not still here. Then I'm screwed again. Try to block this out if there is someone coming. I don't know if it's just the GTOs that's off or if it's the journey map that's off, but it seems like I can't find any ores when I dig at the places where it says it's an ore chunk, so maybe I should dig according to the journey map. I'll try that and see if that pays off better, because now I can't find any ore veins. So according to journey map, this should be a ore chunk. Let's dig down here and see if we can find something. Yeah. Alright, so it seems like the journey map is correct and not the like IGI up here to the left, so let's just follow that instead. Nice, we found another iron vein, which is pretty nice. Let's dig this out. I was also thinking about the fact that if we add Lapis to our pickaxe, I think we get like Fortune, or the equivalent to Fortune in Tinkers, which is something I would love to have. So maybe we should try to focus on finding a Lapis vein so we can add some. Since we have 2 modifiers, maybe we could add some redstone as well if we find a redstone vein. Oh nice, zinc gravel, this is pretty nice to have for the tool forge in the future. I think we need zinc for that, if I'm not mistaken. Zinc gravel ore, yeah. So I'll keep on lookout for that as well. It spawns on the ground, I think.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way.
Okay. Chill out. Sorry. I mean, we did find a very good ore vein here. It's gypsum, which is later used to get the blast furnace, I think. Yeah. Gypsum. So that's pretty nice to have one of those ready.
What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark.
Nice, we finally found a Lapis vein, which I've been searching for. Now we can add Fortune to our pickaxe, and also the calcite is needed for the brick blast furnace quest later as well. We need calcite here, as you can see. So that's really nice. I do have a full inventory though, so I have to get to the back to the base and drop off some stuff, and then go back down here and get some lapis on our pickaxe.
We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive.
Seems like they also fixed the fact that you can just place a whole stack here and it applies. You don't have to like place a single lapis at a time or redstone. It's really nice. I can just shove 9 on it immediately. Might want to bring a furnace so I can smelt lapis on site and add it to the pickaxe. I don't quite know how the modifier works really, but I guess it scales based on how many lapis I put on it, so that's why I wanted to like bring a furnace so I can add it while I'm mining, so get even more luck, if you know what I mean. So this way we can do less mining, but get a lot more materials for each like mined ore, which seems more efficient than just grinding out without using Lapis. So I'm gonna continue to mine Lapis and add it to the pickaxe, and then try to find a redstone vein, and I'll meet you there.
Can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now. Been biting my tongue for a while. What will happen next? Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes every time.
Ooh, nice. I finally found a redstone vein, which would be crucial for progression and also getting haste on all my tools, which will help a lot during mining and stuff. So I will be mining out this vein a bit, and I'll see you back at the base later.
Right in space. I'm not the kind of person who is sentimental, but this thing is making me soft, giving into my damn heart. It feels like I am losing my grip, going crazy, 'cause this doesn't make any sense. You're broken down all my defenses. No way back to the old me, when I'm stuck here on planet X. I'll become the person.
Now that I've been doing a lot of resource collection here, I've actually been thinking about what to do about the base, and obviously I don't wanna like lawn base or anything. Wanna make it feel like a home and add some buildings, and also decorate the inside of the cave that I've started. But since I don't quite have the tools to get materials like deep slate and dark oak and stuff like that that I would like to use for the building, I think I'm gonna put that aside a little bit longer until I get the lumber axe and the hammer and stuff, so I can mine deep slate and other materials that I need for the building. So I think if we do a little bit more progression after I get the last essential material, which is tin over here, and I have bronze or copper and tin, as well as redstone and iron, which are the 4 basic materials to get into Steam. I would also like to get working on the Tinkers Smeltery so I can get some better tools. So we do have to find some more sand, gravel and clay. So after getting tin, I would like to do that and start working on the Tinkers Smeltery. And also do some progression, get some tools. We can make these now, but I'm just waiting so I have a stable foundation. I hope you guys don't mind waiting a bit for the progression. I'm just trying to enjoy the early game, mining and collecting different types of resources like this. So yeah, I'm just gonna take my time, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Between all the mining and stuff, I've also been trying to breed all the cows and also gather up a bunch of cotton and these soybeans, which are going to be used a lot for the Healing Axe quest later. So I think that's good practice to have things ready, since tanned leather is a good thing to have for backpacks, and I think also like a glider and stuff later, and also the lava gloves maybe. No, that's just regular leather, but the cotton and string is needed for the gloves, and these are basically to hold the lava buckets without taking damage. As you saw in the previous clips, I went on a little hunt, quite far away actually. If we, out here to this sand biome, and grabbed a whole bunch of sand, which is, this is the chest basically that I've gathered. And I was planning on making some of this grout that we later turn into seared bricks and into a Tinkers Smeltery. So let's go ahead and do that. In order to do so, we need to turn the clay into clay dust, which we do using mortars. We might be a little short on clay, I think, but we'll see how far this takes us. So we got the clay dust ready, and now we just need the sand and gravel, and also water, of course. So we might have to bring this with us down to the water and see if we can't grab some water nearby in the river. So I think the grout for each 4 of them, we need a bucket of water. So ideally we would have a water tank by now, but I haven't really gotten to that part yet. I think we need tools, which is this quest. We can't do this right now, but yeah, I'd rather fix the Tinkers Smeltery first and then move on to progression. The quest says to go for 162 grout, which should be a, I guess, 3x3 smeltery with 1 layer. But yeah, I'll see how far we come. We got a lot of gravel and sand, so maybe we need to get some more clay in order to like use up all the sand and gravel. So might have to run away quick and get some more. And by the way, I also saw that you could turn terracotta into clay dust immediately. So finding one of those biomes would have been great if I'm gonna need more clay dust in the future. Since that at least was enough, we might just start with this, and I'll go away and find a mesa biome or something, so we can get easy clay dust, since we have all the other materials. So let's put these in the furnaces and let them smelt while we do some other things. I couldn't quite find the mesa biome on my journey south, but at least I found some clay on the way, and also a bit of zinc gravel, which is really nice, so I'm heading back now. So after the trip, this is the materials I came up with. So we got 3.5 stacks of clay dust, so I'll go ahead and make this into grout using this recipe. And then the grout is used with the wooden form to make unfired seared bricks, as you saw earlier, and these are smelted in the furnaces. So I'll come back when we have everything smelted and ready to build the Tinkers Smeltery. Alright, so this is basically how much seared brick we got. I've been prepping the materials we need, but in order to get the blocks itself, we need water. And I also saw that making the casting channels is much more efficient than making the faucets. So instead of making the faucets, we can just cut the casting channel. So I'm gonna start with making a few of the basic tools. So let's start with the hammer. And then a wrench. After that we need a file, which needs plates, which we can make with the hammer for now. But there will be easier or more efficient ways to get plates later, but for now we use the hammer. So we get a file. We need a screwdriver, then we need rods, which we get from using the file on the ingot. Just like that. Then we need the file and the hammer. Like that. And lastly we need the saw, and then we need to make a saw blade, which it's like this: 2 plates, the hammer and the file. We get an iron saw blade, and then we just add a stick to get the saw. Right, nice. That unlocked a whole lot of new possibilities for us. We're going to use it to make the casting channels and cut those into faucets. Let's make 2 of these. which is the quest, and then we can make faucets just by cutting one of these. Like that. Other than that, we need a drain. I think we need 2 drains later, so let's just make another one. We need the basin, which requires the bricks. And I think, yeah, bricks, controller, tank, and the basin, as well as the seared stone, needs the actual bricks. Let's get down to the water and try to get some bricks out of this. As we have the saw now, we actually can craft the... Did it disappear or what happened? Oh, there it is. We can make the crafting station, I think. Yeah. Which can store the items it holds, which is really nice when you use stuff like water and stuff. So we can just place the bricks in and just shift click in the buckets and get new water. I'm gonna show you here. So let's see if we can make the bricks like this. Alright, so now that we have a little over 2 stacks of the seared bricks, I planned on placing it behind here somewhere. But before placing it, we need to make the essential parts. So that's the controller. We can maybe favorite these. So let's make the controller. Let's make the tank. Let's make the basin. Alright, and to get the seared stone, we actually need to build the smelter itself. So before doing that, I just wanted to let you guys know I've spent quite a lot of time on this episode. If we look here, I almost played 10 hours now, and I think the first episode was just like 2 something hours of playtime, so I spent like 8 hours on this episode. So I hope you guys enjoy it so far, and I think we are getting some great progress here. So I'll get to building the smeltery. Just need to fill this with lava first. As you can see, it lights up, which means it's complete. I think we should add a couple of layers though, since we have a lot of bricks. And we do still need to fill the tank with lava as well. I saw somewhere that you could put this like on the head like this and not take damage, so I think we're gonna try that out. I actually made a waypoint down here, so let's get down there and get some lava. So this can hold 4 buckets. I hope this trick works still. Yeah, it seems like it does. Nice. Let's keep that on our head and get back to the smeltery. Just like that, and to finish off the Tinker's quest and also finish off the episode, we're going to make our first melt in the smeltery. So let's make a seared stone. I've calculated that we need 5 large stone plates, as well as a stone tool rod and 2 cobblestone. So I'm gonna get another cobblestone. We'll let that smelt so we can make the last piece of the puzzle, which is the casting table. As you see, these melts consume lava for each like tick, so we will have to refill this one, and we can also add more of the tanks. That's why I kept some of the bricks, and yeah, seared bricks and seared brick. Let's just wait for this, and we can cast the seared stone into a block in this basin, and then we can craft the casting table. Right, as you can see, we now have a seared stone block in here, which we can cast into the basin. Then we just have to let this dry, and we are all set to create the last part of it, which is the casting table. There we have it. You're not prepared. I think I am. Alright, that gave us 2 Steam H loot bags, which I think we could... Oh, also 10 concentrated essence berries. So I think we should open these guys up as the last part of the video. A hammer and a potion of swiftness. Yeah, I guess not that great, but yeah, we take it. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. It was a long one for me, so I hope you guys enjoy it. We now have opened up a huge new part of the game, which is the upcoming Steam Age. So that will be the focus of the next video. So I hope you guys stick around and watch the next one as well. Thank you.